If you're under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey and I'm here to join in the fun for two hashtags. Hashtag 2 Crafters 1 Design, hosted by Melissa, who's Mo Creations, Gloria, who's Girliest Cards, and Lisa, who is UCY I'm a Diva. And also hashtag Satmore Makes, which is hosted by Jillian Norwood. I will have the links to all of those ladies' channels in my description box below. And I would ask that you put in that hashtag and see all the creativity that comes in, or put in both those hashtags and see all the creativity that comes up in your search. There are so many talented crafters that participate in both of those hashtags, and it's just fun to see what everybody else does. So go give everybody some likes, and don't forget me when you're doing that. So with hashtag 2 Crafters 1 Design, they always have a theme, and so this week's theme is tags. And then I had pulled out things to do for last week's, which is hot beverage. And so I didn't get a chance to do that, but I'm combining the two. So I'm going to show you my hot beverage, and actually my tag is hot beverage themed too. So this is 2 weeks in one. And I kind of got thrown off a bit because I guess I was early. I must have been reading their minds early, because a couple weeks back, the theme was fall. And for fall, just to remind you, I did this K-cup holder, warm hugs in a mug, and this card. So I was thinking hot beverage for fall, and then hot beverage was the next week. So we just continue with that theme. So let me show you what I used. I used this Ivory Crafters ribbon in 3mm. I used Distressed Oxide Brush Corduroy and Momenta Rich Cocoa inks. I whipped out some Christmas stickles. I pulled out this tag die. Actually, my friend Cheryl was looking for another one of these, and I was trying to find mine and see if I had a second one. And then so I just decided, hey, this is a tag set. This week is tags. Duh, use that. So this is what I'm using. I used both the tag shaped mug and then another one of the tag pieces. And with this one, you have 2 tag tops and 2 tag bottoms, or these could be tops too if you want them to, but those already have the holes in them, and you can make the tags any length that you want. And then I use 2 of the stamps. There's a hot cocoa recipe I used, and then there's also another stamp I used. Then this is what I had pulled out for last week and just didn't get a chance to do it. So I did it, and I'm going to show you what I made. But this is a set from my creative time from like 8 years ago, because I looked up the video just to look at a reference point. And so it was 8 years ago that this came out. I remember I had to have it. I had to have it. You know how we see things and we have to have it. It took me 8 years to use this. This is a shame, people. We have got to do better. I know I do. I have so much stuff that I haven't used, but here's the perfect time to use it. And I'm probably going to make several more of them, because with this one, sometimes when we buy stuff and after a while we're like, why did we buy this? No, this is still a favorite. I love the shape of this. It is the stamp set, and the set is called You Deserve a Break. And it has these sentiments. It's got to and from. It could be for coffee. It could be for tea. Or it could be for hot chocolate. Whatever you want it to be. And then there is a mug and several other die pieces in here. So I use that. gotta throw in something Spellbinders where I can, so I use Spellbinders label 9. And then I used some of these enamel dot shapes that are from Diamond Press, and I used the tiniest of the hexagon shape. So first off, I will show you what I made representing last week. And here is my hot beverage entree, so to speak, entry. It's not an entree. An entree is food. But my hot beverage entry to the hashtag from last week, or the theme from last week. So here is a shaped card, and I used that Labels 9 die to cut out Sending You a Big Cup of Cheer, which was one of the stamps in this stamp set. Then the marshmallows, I forgot to pull that out. I used my trusty, also Spellbinders. I used my Spellbinders glitter foam, which I haven't pulled out in a while. So I made the marshmallows out of that. And then there's just a brown piece of cardstock representing the hot cocoa. As you could hopefully see as I move the card around, there are stickles. There were stars on the snowman paper. In this paper, I forgot I used pattern paper too. It's right here. It is this paper pad that I got earlier this year, Hobby Lobby, Merry and Magical. Cute papers in here. So I used that snowman paper from there. And then there were little snowflakes on them, or little stars. And in between the center of those, I put just a little dot of red stickles for some sparkle, additional sparkle. So with this one, it is a flip top. I use red 110 cardstock behind it and for the base. And then I just took the base, as you can see here, cut out the mug a second time, scored it a ½ inch down, and that allowed me to create my card base. So I have not put a sentiment on the inside yet, but I will do that when I decide who to send that to. So that is my first project. And then for the tags this week, I used another mug. And I will tell you what, I have a thing for mugs in real life and in crafting. I couldn't even tell you how many mugs that I have. If I look behind me on the shelf that I have, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 mugs just on that shelf. And I have a whole cabinet of mugs downstairs. And then there's a whole box of mugs that's packed up that I didn't have room for in my kitchen. So some of them I need to get rid of. But I love mugs. I really do. With this one, this is a twofer actually, because this mug that's stamped with "I just want to drink chocolate and watch Christmas movies" is itself can be a tag. You can hang, put ribbon on it, and it can be a tag. I use the little hexagon enamel dots all over it just so it was not so plain. I inked the edges with the brushed corduroy Distress Oxide ink to give it an old time feeling. And then I cut out 2 mugs. I glued them together around the edge, and then you could pull this out as a separate tag. And here's what I was saying. Here's the top and here's the bottom. They're 2 separate pieces. You align them up, you cut them out, and then you cut the sides to match the length you want. So if I wanted it 12 inches, I could put the top up at the top, the bottom at the bottom, and then cut it out, and then cut the sides even. So this has the homemade hot chocolate recipe from the stamp set, And then I use the ivory ribbon. I really would like to have a brown ribbon, and somewhere in this house I'm sure I do, but I wasn't going to spend time looking for it because there was none readily in the drawer where I have ribbon in here. So I use the hot cocoa Momenta ink to stamp that, and I just want to drink hot chocolate. So this can be, like I said, a 2-in-1. This could go on a card, or you could use it to put a gift card in there. And then I'll just stamp a to from on the back, or if I choose to use it as a tag. Same way with this one. So, but for now, I think it's kind of cute that this can slide right in there, and you have a to for tag. So these are my 2 entries for 2 Crafters 1 Design hot beverage and 2 Crafters 1 Design tags, and then Satmorn makes. So I look forward to participating next week. I'm not sure what the theme is for 2 Crafters 1 Design yet next week because I have not looked, but check them out and they will let you know what the theme is. So thank you so much for watching, and you all have a great and a very blessed day. Bye-bye.